honestly had 4 encounters with cops here in which I was honestly in the wrong and nothing bad ever happened to me. In fact, I was helped more than I was hurt. There's been times where, I've had a beer or two and I've tried to drive and I may have been a little bit over my limit. And instead of beating me up or giving me a fine, I remember a cop giving me a bottle of water, telling me to drink it, holding a 15-minute conversation with me, checking me later until I passed and let me go home. That doesn't happen all the time in the States. Last year, when I was speeding, not intentionally, I was driving towards Tampere from Helsinki, and the speed limit is usually 120, but there was a sign that said construction ahead. It's 8 p.m. I didn't see it, and I continued my speed up into the construction site where there was a nice trap, and I was stopped. And at that point, the officer simply said, "Did you see the sign back there?" And I said, "Honestly, no. I'm not even wearing my glasses," which was something that I should have been doing. And instead of giving me a ticket or taking me to jail because I'm going 125 in the 40 at this point, they reduced the speed that was on my ticket so I could just get a fine and not go to jail, because they would rather me pay the penalty for my mistake than to be in jail and missing time away from work and my family. And I'm thinking to myself like, yo, that was really dope and noble. And they just made sure that I understood what I did wrong. And I was honestly able to say I was in the wrong. And most importantly, I've learned that when Finns say integrate into our culture, it's not just getting a job and learning the language. It's just the overall being in the country and being appreciative, learning a bit about their history and why their core values are what they are, why they really enjoy being Finnish men and women, making friends. I've noticed a lot of immigrants that come to Finland, they come because they have known somebody here that's done something, and they think that they can just come and just piggyback off of the person that they met without being in contact or being friends or working with the natives. It's impossible to move to a country as a minority and think that you don't have to communicate, or work with the people that are running the show. This is their country. They have earned the right to tell you how things work in their country. Are there some bad apples in every bunch? Yes. But personally, from my experience from being in Finland 10 years, I can honestly say there is many good people compared to bad people. There are people that actually do want to see you do well, because if us as immigrants are able to do well and contribute, it only makes Finland better. So some of us have to get out of this stubborn mindset of thinking that we can bring all of our cultural values, way of thinking, and everything from our home countries and places and just tell Finns to eat it and shove it down their throat. Most of the people that I've met have respected my values and respected my culture and respected who I am. They've only simply asked me to respect theirs in return and appreciate it if I'm going to live in their country. And I think that that's very easy to do. And it has been very easy to do. And when we change our minds and our hearts and our perspectives about how we approach people in their home, they'll start to see and treat us differently. But until then, you can expect to have a hard time in Finland because you're giving the Finns a hard time as well.